this is Joe again, and welcome back to Stasis Bone Totem, to another episode without camera because of stupid sun and window to my left. But Meg and Charlie just both reached the bottom of things, and I'm more interested in Charlie's part for now, so we're looking at Charlie's part where there's lots of bloated bodies and jagged stones and maggots here in this muck. She cannot run anymore. Great. There's a carved head. In the pestiferous mucus. And even more maggots. We're going over there. This is the body where they threw... the pit where they threw all the bodies. A critter.
Oh my god.
Varan, what the hell is that thing?
The food source Caliban mentioned, I would guess. An insect species reacted with the Veles. Or generated from it.
98% accuracy prediction.
I do not like this.
At least it's pinned.
Keep moving.
So, this is the critter. That's the type of insect they were eating to sustain them. There's grass here. Thriving on necrotic fertilizer. Yeah, the others threw, like the people living above threw the bodies down here, which fertilized everything. Yeah. The maggot mouth. Is there a big maggot again that I cannot see because of stuff? Yeah, weird maggot mouth again. Chokes and gags, ejaculating black spittle and vomit-scented fumes. There's feeding tubes, the patchwork woven tube throats that pumps matter into the shuddering maw, each spasm excreting dark fluids and fumes of cancerous rot from minute tears and punctures. It's a bit like the big maggot outside, it seems.
God. Oh no.
Looks like the bodies in Omega Labs. The partially digested ones.
A chemical is being used to break down the cadaver's structure. 96% accuracy prediction.
Why?
Yeah, the scene
They
is
could be
used.
producing a food source for the insect creatures.
Absolutely disgusting farming system they got here.
I can't. I can't walk through this.
Charlie, close your eyes. Don't look at any of it.
I can't.
You can. You are brave and strong.
Good, Moses, good. Heaps of bloated soap-stink larvae tumble lazily over one another, too fattened and dependent on slopped feet to escape their confines. They rummage and writhe through wet mounds of their own ejected excrement. I already told you I love these narrators. It's great. The sinew mating all of the flesh away. Visible knots of quivering organs and viscera pump crimson liquids and meat clumps through a digestive maze, slowly processing it into jaundiced slime. Recognizable strips of the human intestine, fingers and teeth tumble through the injected torrents of fatted flesh. And the large insect-like creature has tubes inserted into its hardened carapace that seem to be sucking a milky liquid from its abdomen.
Is it being milked?
Of its venom.
Of its venom.
I do not like this.
The interior of the subject must be exposed.
You mean cut it open? Why?
It is necessary for what is to come. 83% accuracy prediction.
It may be right. We already saw how potent the venom is back in the labs. If you could get the venom sac out in one piece, it might be useful.
See what I can do.
Oh yeah, it's the same acid that we used before, isn't it?
God.
Take everything.
Even.
Everything.
Repulsive as the thought is, I would trust it. Its cognitive abilities are almost godlike.
A venom globule. And undigested food. God knows what chemicals these were stewing in, but at the same time they sat in that bug's stomach, so let's try avoiding direct physical contact or breathing in the fumes, okay? Whatever's in these things seems to be eating the bug up from the inside. It appears to be made of two distinct testicle-like balls. Eat the venom. Eat the food. I know someone who is very keen on eating stuff they just randomly found around, like the beans. Told you so. That guy is hungry. Okay. Why are you doing that to yourself? Not a good idea, man. Whatever. That was a weird sound. Whatever, she's continuing now. Oh, that's it? No other interactable point? Or do we just need to continue? She doesn't want to continue. Okay, then you do. I assume these are as acidic as the goop I grabbed from the face sucker. This looks like it could be split into smaller parts. 2 venom balls. I wonder I could get them to burst by just throwing them. Relieved I managed to split these without spilling the corrosive contents all over ourselves. Good that I tried it already. I've eaten worse field rations. Probably. Dark lichen on the walls. This ring, dust encrusted engravings line the outer ring, though it's impossible to discern their message or purpose. There's an orrery of clustered barbed gears and rings. It stands motionless, held in place by rust and dysfunction. This is an orrery. Yeah, this is like this. Doesn't look like the usual orrery with like planets going around, but it is some kind of globe-like structure with mechanisms. So orrery should be fine to call it. Dead plants. And the pod dangles at the end of its tether, its mildewed stench overpowered by ancient dust. Okay, good. We're stranded here, and let's look around the next corner. That is the river Styx. Some light, a pier. The remains of a pier sodden with rot. Any part of it that was once hung over the water has long since collapsed into the waters below. Stringy clumps of grey matter clog the fetid waters like a swarm of decaying jellyfish. But we can continue around down here.
I think there's a boat here.
Passage to where you must venture, brother. But you must free it first.
Thanks. Weird voice in my head.
Okay, there's a fence. An emaciated creature, the starving beast, has been fastened to a massive pulley system. If fed the right food, the famished beast should be able to raise the sluice gate. Some water. Okay, let's go to fence.
What in the hell?
A beast of burden, brother. In that, we have much in common.
So, it raises the door somehow. It lets the boat out.
Yeah, if we throw the food on here. That was super
Door's
easy.
open.
That's not even a puzzle.
Now for the boat.
Well done, brother. But you must hurry still.
Okay, we go to the boat. The stained interior of the rowing boat stinks of black smoke and tar. Still, it has thankfully remained dry despite a gray's decrepitude. I'm trying to look at the structure of this, and this is not ancient. I see signs of European inventions here. Like these spines to... Like... I'm not too familiar with longboats of Native Americans, though. Like longer boats, not longboats. Longboats is a specific name tied to what Nordic people used, but longer boats. I don't know whether they use these, but this structure, like these long spines and these going along the boat, that looks so clearly European to me.
Controls are locked behind bars.
The controls are locked behind bars.
Hold on, Charlie. Hold on.
Your time is running out, brother. A trade you all share, I'm afraid.
Who are you? When you speak, it feels like...
A dream? A fever dream?
Yeah. Like a hallucination, like it's not real.
It's all too real. It is the Velez.
The contaminant?
It is far more than that, as we found. But yes, for those it has corrupted, it allows a commune. Shared memories, shared thoughts. It connects my flock. It connects me to them.
You know what they think?
Oh, yes, brother. Back through time to the beginning of it all. A disagreeable endowment.
But how do you know?
It works on me.
Yes,
if I can hear you.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
The Velez is in you as well.
Just like Charlie.
No,
But why?
her condition is much more lamentable. Unlike you, brother, she was directly exposed to its corporal form. She has much less time.
This fucking place. What do you want? Who are you?
My name is Bonya, brother.
Okay, yes,
Captain
what I
Bonya.
thought.
You have seen my vessel. The rest, I imagine you can deduce for yourself.
The sub. The Russian sub?
The Lima, a powerful ship in her time. Alas, she was not strong enough for this place. Then again, none of us
No,
were.
I swear.
That's impossible. The Soviet Union's been gone for centuries. There's no way you could still be alive.
Centuries? Has it been that long? In my state, time passes in a much less linear way.
What do you want, Bonya?
To help you, of course, brother.
No.
And for you to help me in return.
That sounds ominous.
Indeed. Beware Russian captains bearing gifts, you know? Come, brother, onward, into the lion's den. All will be explained. All will be revealed. You may even live to tell the tale.
Why is Meg fine with this, but is not fine with the Caliban thing? Like, this is basically the same deal as Charlie has with Caliban. There was weird graphic issues going on there. Okay, we are driving the boat along the river Styx here. It's not a real boat. It's just some floating thing tied onto this, which is just pulling us over. It's like a ferry running along its tether. Like one of the old ferries, where you just basically you just have a float and you're just pulling along a rope. So boat is a bit far-fetched. That doesn't mean that this isn't incredible
I humbly seek his
technology.
protection. I ask that he watch over my wife. I ask that he keep her from harm. I ask, as I journey through this life, I ask that he lead me along the paths of righteousness. I ask that he bring me to the doors of the Nexus, where I may find eternal peace and happiness in his presence.
Some creature is ringing a gong to announce my arrival.
Mercy. I place my trust in him. I place my wife's trust in him. May Cayne's holy name be praised, now and forever.
I might side with Cayne, actually. At least against this madness here. Some shadows. Mucky water with blind eel-like fish. They're still here. An upturned boat. A bridge. Some reflections in the water. Reflected specks of a distant bonfire light pierce the foggy pall that blankets the remains of the ancient city. The embers of malicious and ravenous life.
Use caution, brother. Be silent.
Yeah, I get it.
It will alert others to your presence.
I get it, crazy voice. Thanks. Okay. Just got my first look at a living native.
Scary things, Mac.
Yeah. Whatever they used to be, they're not human anymore.
This is an extremely hostile culture. Use caution.
You think?
Blood still drips from the fresh corpses hanging impaled and unwound onto crosses that bear them, propped up as macabre greeting ornaments. This cross-like structure is a weird thing to use as a symbolism. I know they have injected, like they have a swarm intelligence, and they have Bonya with them. He's their leader now. The leader of the swarm intelligence, as weird as it sounds. Backlit shadows of shuddering figures dance across the interior walls while a sickening odor of cooking meat teases your nostrils. Go to the cannibals here.
Someone tried to open this with their belt. They didn't make it.
You will need more leverage than the belt alone can offer, brother.
Okay, we need to try to pull this together. We have this. 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 And we have venom. What? What? Okay, venom made it less strong. And now I can try. Yeah, it's not fleshy anymore, it's bony now. But we need something else. Her situation hasn't changed. Moses. Something must change here at some point. Ah, this changed. Okay. No. Only interactable point is the structure opening. Did I try everything after trying the venom? A nuclear warhead would be a bit, so nothing of this can be, maybe now? No, okay. So the only other trick we have, first of all, we're gonna try and return back with her.
Something's here.
Yeah, okay.
Something's watching me.
It's just your imagination.
It is not.
It is as anticipated. They will take us now.
My Charlie. Anticipated? This was your plan? For these things to...
You will need to find us. They will transport us further into the interior of the temple. From there, we will be in a better position to extricate ourselves.
Mac? Mac, I'm scared.
My Charlie. No! They aren't going to transport you anywhere! They'll kill her! Charlie, you have to run! You have to get out of there!
There is no escape now. You will be taken and isolate preserved alive. 64% accuracy prediction.
Mac.
64% accuracy.
Mac, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Your math is wrong. Your math is
Charlie,
wrong, guy.
Run! Run now!
I just miss her. I couldn't stop missing her.
Hey, no! It's not your fault!
It is time. They are here. Prepare yourself.
I am
No!
prepared.
Charlie!
Cutscene, come. Okay, good that I changed back to her. It could have taken me an eternity to try to figure out a puzzle that I literally can't solve. Other than by walking around into a direction that has no pointer to it.
Charlie, come in. I lost your signal. Charlie.
Okay, these things. These Velas creatures. Do they see that I'm something different than what they usually have? Do they see that I'm basically not human anymore because of the parasite that I'm host to? They probably do. Did they restrain my somehow? Or what did they just do? There was some weird movement.
Charlie? Charlie!
What? Mac.
Charlie! What is it? Where are you? What's happening?
The female is infested. She is compromised.
Thanks to you.
Infested, yeah.
Yes, it is the reason she is still alive.
What are you talking
Oh.
about?
I can detect the parasites inside her growing. So could they.
They.
The primitives. They inspected you, smelled you, tasted you. They could tell.
And that
So
saved
they
her.
brought you here.
Oh God.
Whatever is gestating within you is important to them. They would not risk killing you, as I calculated. 69% accuracy prediction.
Charlie, you have to get out of there.
Okay, Martha's adding up again, because yes, of course. He thought they may let her live if she was infested like them. So he was calculating of the risk of them not being able to recognize that, and them feeling this way about someone who's also infected. And then the risk of how possible is it for her to infect herself on that sarcophagus. Like all these factor together. It makes sense. Some crystallite, a slab, like an altar of reverence and sacrifice, but not really sacrifice. And it's a bit a reference, because they let me alive. Mixed eggs. Memory-like sacs grow along the hatchery walls, like This is the hatchery. We're in the hatchery. We're supposed to hatch Velas. Inside, soft red clumps float in a cloudy liquid, suspending a worm-like creature, perhaps to be fed on or worse. We have a damaged door and a seared door. Seems to be in excellent condition with no signs of wear and tear. Okay. A femur.
It's a bone.
A human femur, to be precise. 100% accuracy prediction.
That's a clean femur. Whoop. Okay, we need a code. But we don't know what code. And it moves weirdly, sometimes one direction, sometimes a different direction. Great, I love these things. They behave weirdly. But let's look at the damaged door, that might give us the clues. What? Okay, this is what's clue to us, okay. Did I just pick up a thing? Like for half a second always looks like I'm picking up a thing. What? Your game is coded in a weird way. Okay. I do not understand you. Up left? No, up and left are facing away. Right is facing in, and down is facing one to the left. Unless it's mirrored. Okay, we see hands facing that way. It's mirrored. So these are facing away. Buh. Can you walk faster, please? Very much faster. Yeah, this is mirrored. So up and right are facing away. Left is facing in. Is it double mirrored? I don't think so. So up and right are facing away. This one's facing inwards. This one is facing... That was right. That one. This is right. What are you doing? Why are you behaving weirdly? Can I go one further, please? Okay. Let's say it's double mirrored. Then this is also facing out and this is facing in a weird way. Yeah, okay, double. I was trying to look at the thumbs going up or down on the black and red hands. That's for the second mirror direction. A warm breeze. Okay, this is more hatchery. We're in the cradle.
This isn't real. This isn't real.
Charlie, I'm coming.
This can't be real.
The female has 4 separate parasites inside her. They are growing.
Her name is Charlie.
It hurts. Hurts so bad.
Charlie, can you tell me where you are? Can you give me anything to use to find you?
Chanting. I hear chanting.
I don't hear chanting.
You must find her quickly.
Okay, so this is like this and this. The infant cries out a chorus of pain, horror, and hunger. Their pale newborn flesh glistening in crystal light. And the mother. As it cradles its spawn with desperate, monstrous laugh, the figure croons and rocks. The rock below it is still slick with birth fluids and discharged matter. And they always birth in like huge chunks, apparently. The only way out of the nursery is this meta disc. It's not a cradle, it's a nursery. Cradle is for a bit older child.
It's some kind of grating. Only exit. Rusted shut. Won't open.
No, it isn't.
There must be a way.
They brought you here.
Work the problem. I'm coming.
Femur. Venom ball. Hey, that would have worked, normally. It's supposed to be acid. You could explode that, definitely. And nuke that. He says he's coming. He says he's coming, so we're trying him. We might even be able to continue with Moses. Okay, we take the femur. Yeah. The hint would have said, you're missing things. When I first maybe clicked them. A fractured collection of beams desperately attempt to delay a subsided ceiling. Odorous, waxy complexion roils and snake across the surface of the water in repeated patterns like a morbidly overgrown wasp nest.
This water is probably half blood.
Not just the water. This whole place is blood. Listen. Do you hear it?
It sounds like chanting.
Take solace, brother, in that it is the worst of what you will see, but still yourself, all the same.
We hear chanting, apparently. Oh! This looks like the Stasis room from Cayne. Blood, tableau of death, horrific scene of death reeking of flesh and vomit, and some executioners. Okay, they're sacrificing humans. Where are the humans coming from? They're holding other non-infected humans as slaves.
Cayne.
Mac, what are...
No, Charlie. Mute my channel. Don't listen. Don't watch.
The truth can only be denied so long, brother.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing that to her, because they are trying to use her to birth stuff. These are just tortured for fun, I think. How it looks like. A bloody mess, some vines, and more residue from tears and punctures that populate the coagulated mass of bodies pouring into the waterway below. Tear water, some sinew strands.
Charlie, are you there? I'm safe now.
Mac, what was that?
You don't want to know. How are you doing?
Mac, I can't...
She is fading, brother. She is dying.
I'm coming, Charlie. Hold on.
Some shards. A man. The Cayne's employee uniform has been encrusted with old blood, bile, and a penetrating odor of expelled waste. And a behemoth. Tiny spines adorn the creature's front and behind tarsi. 6 disturbingly lanky appendages stand fast over a pile of human bones. Blood-soaked fangs tremble in frightening excitement as its numerous eyes search for the slightest movement. And there's a collapsed structure over here. Let us go to the android here.
You gotta be kidding me.
A marvel, isn't it, brother? Like all the life here.
I wouldn't go that far. That thing would rip me to shreds.
To be certain, you must find a way past, or a way to remove it.
Containment leak, please stand clear. Containment leak, please stand clear.
This one is less than human, or perhaps more. The marvels of your time.
This is
People
the
here
android.
agreed with you. They tried to gut it.
Yes, brother, my flock is enthusiastic in its path, if nothing else.
Let's go to the behemoth. Okay, we just walk there or die. Okay. I tried that in other situations, but we always needed some other way of getting to die. Okay. But that's why we're here. We're trying to suicide in as many ways as possible. We have something else here. Death 8.
Hey! Hey, stop! Stop! Don't!
Oh, these shatters.
Cayne!
He is lost, brother. Some simply do not have the head for this place.
Yeah, he's lost. Someone with a big dog. That's a big, scary dog. Okay, to make them seem more human. Okay. Okay, we have a fluid leak. Core systems are disabled until the leak is contained, and ejecting core will result in discharge. We eject the core. Wait. Okay, we only have this leak. Suck that up. I wanted to take it. Ah, and his synth skin. Let's put it in. Okay. Eject core, yes.
Warning, core ejection imminent. Stand clear. Warning.
Oh, son of a...
We have the nuke. We have the nuke. If it explodes near us, it might trigger the nuke. Ah, it got shattered by the door. Okay. What happened to you? Oh god, Moses is already deactivated.
Tempting fate. Should have listened, Pop. The last mail I'll ever get here. The last anything.
Salvage operation permit revoked.
You're so fast. All you have to do is blink.
Yes, brother. Holy fire, a glorious solution.
Thanks. Sure got noticed, though. Sounds like I stirred up a hornet's nest.
Yes, brother, you draw attention wherever you go.
Okay. Gotta move.
On the other side of the room, the prisoner's severed legs lay still. Smoke rising from burnt meat. On the other side of the room are the legs. That's the guy that I just tried to talk to. The android remains. The twitching insect, it's very dead. Protrudes a bloated living tongue protrudes obscenely out of an exposed orifice, blood oozing onto the floor. It's very moving. Some bloody remains of the guy that was entrapped there, and we continue. A cannon sculpture. Ghoulish cannon edifice. Its demon visage and split limbs are constructed solely from improvised application of human bone. Some sculptures. A mobile. Fruit, flowers, or decorations. Yes! What nice decor. What's that? The two beasts are a chaotic amalgamation of human and animal parts, locked in an internal confrontation as tumultuous as their construction. Yeah. I think that makes for some very powerful art. Creating art out of dead humans.
The bone
it's
orchard.
very powerful art. It's
Very
to
a surface road
not
can
right
imagine.
to do that, but
Pulled
it's very
from my
powerful.
memories, my emotions.
Just the thought of it is powerful.
This is how you remember the world above.
Creative license, brother.
Where are we going? Where are you taking me?
Only where you must be.
I have to find my wife.
Then you have answered your own question.
You said you wanted me to do something for you. What is it?
Nothing complicated, brother. Merely help me fix my greatest mistake, and in the process, save the world.
Is that all?
Adaptive powerful. Some advanced tech, the nanites can instantly form a bridge connection to anything that needs to be powered, even old machinery. Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea. Did we need a power cell here?
I do not like water.
We are the same, Moses.
Okay. Now all of a sudden we can go
face
in.
our fears in this place.
My Charlie.
Without you, she will be lost. Without her, hope will be lost again. Do you understand, my friend?
Yes. It could be different this time.
It's a second chance. Few things are worth more.
We are brave and strong.
Yes. I believe that now.
The snaky wires keep trying to connect to my butt. A tarnished mirror. Piping, rotting cloth, some sheets, a waterlogged body, some carcasses, a toilet, partially collapsed into the floor. Curtain, an airlock, see a door.
I do not like water.
I know, my friend.
There are dead things.
I know. Try not to think of them. They cannot hurt you.
Many dead things.
You are brave and strong, Moses. And you must find the suits.
Hope. Hope can return. No escape suits.
Keep swimming. They will be near the engine room. Not feeling well. Moses. Not feeling well. At all.
For Ron.
The escape suits. Their only chance.
For Ron, please do not leave.
Trying.
Okay, these are like the crew quarters with lockers to them and some bodies. New document. Ivan Goncharov, party representative. He liked to party, huh? Yeah, in Soviet Union you were forced to like to party. Acula mission review. We are testing the Acula message relay system in a region beyond the reach of the Five Eyes. Acula will allow us to transmit and receive messages at depths previously thought impossible. 32 crew, 8 officers, 5 warrant officers, and 19 petty officers and seamen. Titanium reinforced hull for cable cutting and covert intercepts. Departed Severomorsk, diesel-electric hybrid running at 55% output and course for Isla Isabela, Galapagos. First contact. Surfaced. Our cover picked us up immediately, transferring Acula to Lima. Head position southeast of reference point Isla de San Cristobal, Pacific. Dive to 55 feet and head away from the mainland. Deployed Acula. Extremely low frequency. Transmission test 1. 12 seconds on repeat. Completed and conducted by Dmitry Gronk. Changed course for Peru-Chile Trench for the second deployment of Acula. Confirmation. ULF transducer received test 1 at transmission. Dive to 2,500 feet. Deployed Acula. Extremely low frequency. Transmission test 2. Completed and conducted by Dmitry Gronk. Dive to 2,200 feet. Deployed Acula. Extremely low frequency. Transmission test 3. Completed and conducted by Dmitry Gronk. Came to 48 feet. Slighted possible US Pacific patrol bearing 40 degrees. Change course to 15 degrees. Sighted reconnaissance planes at 2 miles distance. Additional aircraft contact on radar at 10 miles. Submerged to 100 feet. Closed 9 miles and maintain position. Set speed 40 knots for the area. No noise on band 775. Heard distant explosion, 10-minute intervals. Explosions closer, approximately 3 miles, 5-minute intervals. Picked up propellers bearing north. Explosions closer, approximately 1 mile, 2-minute intervals. Submerged to 2,180 feet, 1,000 megajoule, so 1 gigajoule shockwave at 2,000 feet. Submerged to 4,180 feet. 1.3 gigajoule secondary shockwave at 4,000 feet. Submerged to 7,180 feet at maximum operating depth. We count 100 depth charges at 3,000 feet to 6,000 feet. Enemy pings northwest, all halt. Running absolutely silent. Multiple sonar contacts north, northwest and southeast approximately 4 miles away. Lieutenant Andre Burke order to make ready the stern tubes. Order overruled by Captain Nikolai Boynia due to operational secrecy. Multiple sonar contacts south, southeast and west at least 2 miles away. Submerged to the ocean floor, far exceeding operational limits, depth unknown. Entered an extensive cave system to avoid depth ping. Cave entrance collapse, no more enemy contacts, only biologics. Catastrophic engine failure and hull breaches throughout, new superstructures buckling. Fire in garbage treatment and ejector plant. Malfunction in the diesel engines has consumed a large portion of the oxygen. Auto bleeds caused the suffocation of Petty Officer Kamarov. Contained fire in hydraulic and shafting systems. Electrical fire and forward control damaged the depth gauging and echo sound system. We are blind. Visual confirmation that cave entrance collapse sealed the inlet. Fire has been contained. Today I made a shocking discovery about the captain. As we sat in cramped quarters, he pulled out a small cross from under his shirt and began to pray silently to himself. At first I was taken aback. As a good Soviet citizen, I have been taught to uphold the principles of the state and reject any form of religious worship. In a world where we are constantly surrounded by danger and uncertainty, it must give him a sense of comfort and strength to turn to a higher power. If I were in his position, I would want to hold on to anything that could bring me hope and solace. It is a slight misconception on like how religion was treated in the communist states here. Like the Orthodox, Russian Orthodox religion was not completely suppressed. Like the same with Eastern Germany, where the Protestant Church and Catholic Church were not completely suppressed. And many other communists. I mean, you could probably not get to very high power if you were deeply religious and showing it, but you could get to some kind of standing still, as has been like the existence of Angela Merkel I pronounce her your way now, Angela Merkel, how she's pronounced correctly. Her existence. She's the daughter of a Protestant priest, and who was all the time a believer, and she supposedly believed all the time. She was a party member and was studying in the communist system, so they weren't suppressing religious worship as strongly as a lot of Western and modern culture always suggests now, even though 30 years after the fact, 40 years after the fact in this case, we don't need to like impose bad things on parts of the communist system where it wasn't as bad as we're telling here. Like, we know it failed. That should give us enough. We don't need to shit on everything they did, because some stuff like religion wasn't that actively. I mean, it was discouraged and frowned upon, but it was not suppressed as strongly as they tell here. Not even in the Soviet Union. Twisted bodies, junks, plastic junk counters, foot lockers.
closer, my friend. You are closer.
Very scared, very frightened.
You're our only chance, Bear. You're all we've got.
Hope is alive.
Mangled remains, some kitchen items. We go through the doorway and can...
Oh, no, no. Dead things. I do not like dead things.
Moses, listen.
Cannot do this. I am not strong enough. I was not strong enough then.
My friend, you are right. You were not strong enough. And there is no fault in that.
I am failing. Again.
Those feelings. Lies. Push forward. Push forward, and I will prove it to you.
Hope.
Here.
There is
does
hope.
not matter.
Best sentence in this case.
Only courage.
Charlie Mac.
Push forward.
I assume we need something here? Not that one. Dagger? Nuclear warhead. Grenade. Scrubber. The venom that eats away at flesh. More ladders, containers, trapping bloated containers, trash part, ramps, a hatch, a ramp, a banner of the Soviet Union thing.
I see
Large body.
stairs. I see air.
One more push, my friend. One more effort.
Stay, Ferran. Please.
They were here for 12 days.
Try.
Before they suffocated. Tally marks have been scratched into the frame, 12 in total, the notation growing fainter as the count continues. 12 days until they suffocated in this room. And we're on dry floor again. And the door closed behind me. At a battery station. We're at the engine room here. A noose and dangling corpses. They rather hung themselves up. I don't know whether they didn't hang themselves. You see that? That's where the rope is connected. It goes over the upper thing. And then the corpse is dangling there. He could have never hung himself up like that. That's not how it works. Like, if that is connected to like a big stone and you like heave it up there with like yeah. There might be a way to hang it up yourself if there's something movable but heavy on that end. But not like that. He was hanged. Shh. I should be a police officer. Or a detective. I shouldn't. I'm not good at these puzzles, as you can clearly see. But whatever. Okay, we're here in the engine room, and this is where we're going to continue exploring in tomorrow's episode. Have a nice day, and see you with that. And I'm still making the same gesture to say goodbye as if my camera was on. I'm weird.